The following is a production of the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. It's time for Davis County Baseball on New Country 104.3 KRKN. Now, let's head down to the field with the voice of the Davis County Mustangs, Alice Kojo.
It's time for Mustang Baseball. Welcome to the end of another baseball week, where it finds us in Centerville, where the Davis County Mustangs will wrap up their season series looking for one win after trying to avenge a sweep back on May the 30th versus the Centerville Big Reds. It's a pleasure to have you with us here on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. I'm Alice Kojo. I am joined by Annie Argo, our on-site producer, as well as Kyle Smith back at our studios in Ottumwa. So whether you're listening on New Country 104.3 KRKN or taking in the online stream on the Atomo Radio Group Facebook page, we appreciate you joining us on this Friday where Davis County, after suffering a loss in the suspended game that they resumed yesterday, it only took one inning for them to settle that. Knoxville ended up winning that 8-inning affair by a final score of 6-5. They played another game, and Davis County bounced back in that matchup and shut out Knoxville 2-0. It was a complete team win. It was one of those uneven wins where pretty much Davis County played with danger the entire game. Knoxville had a runner on base each of the 7 innings that they played, but they kept the Panthers off the scoreboard thanks to some great defense. Houston Schooley handled the offense with a 2-run single. Then the defense stepped in, and Duke Scott and Quinn McGoy provided outfield assists by each of them, throwing out a runner at home. McCoy made a nice sliding catch in right field for the final out, and the Mustangs got a much-needed win to wrap up last night. Davis County is now 10-13, 7-10 in the South Central Conference in 5th place. They will try to hold 5th place tonight versus the 6th place team in the South Central Conference, the Centerville Big Reds. Centerville is looking to get healthy, just like May 30th, when these two teams met in Bloomfield for a doubleheader, and the Big Reds swept Davis County in that doubleheader, 6-2 and 11-5. The Big Reds are 7-19 on the season and 6-11 in the South Central Conference, a game back of Davis County. Centerville is in the throes of a 4-game losing streak in which they have been outscored in this losing streak 61-8. The losing streak typifies Centerville's main weakness, which is pitching. The Big Reds have a team ERA of 7.59 coming into tonight's matchup. Davis County, as I said, trying to salvage one win versus Centerville this season after suffering a doubleheader sweep at the hands of the Big Reds back in Bloomfield on May 30th. We'll take our first break, and when we come back, starting lineups for Davis County and Centerville as we get you set for this season-ending matchup between these two squads on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our See First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any See First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein Soybeans and local Davis Seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustang!
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our C First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any C First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back here on the campus of Indian Hills Community College, Pat Doherty Field is where Davis County will wrap up their regular season series versus Centerville, actually season series, as Centerville's moved up to 3A, so their playoffs won't start until the week after Davis County gets started in the postseason. So this will be the final matchup of this season between these two schools. Centerville swept a doubleheader back on May 30th in Bloomfield, and Centerville has won the last 4 in this matchup. So as head coaches Bill Hoosman of Centerville and Todd White of Davis County go over the ground rules, let's get into the starting lineups. So for Davis County, 10-13 on the season after their win last night over Knoxville. That snapped a 3-game losing streak. 7-10 in the South Central Conference. They are sitting in 5th place. Peyton Schooley leads things off. He will be the starting pitcher for tonight. Josh Settles is at first base, batting second. Batting third and at second base is Houston Schooley. Batting cleanup and in the lineup for the first time since June 9th is Presley Cantrell. Good to see him back in the starting lineup. Max Taylor is catching. He bats 5th. Dexter Scott is at shortstop, batting 6th. Batting 7th and in right field, Quinn McCoy. Noah Sizemore is at third base, batting 8th. And batting 9th and in left field is Duke Scott. So again for Davis County, Peyton Schooley is pitching. Settles at first. Houston Schooley is at second. Cantrell's the DH. Max Taylor is the catching. Dexter Scott is shortstop. McCoy's in right. Sizemore at third. Scott is in left. And Presley Cantrell is batting for the center fielder, Victor Milder. Now for the Big Reds of Centerville, 7-19 on the season, 6-11 in the South Central Conference. The Big Reds have lost their last 4. Rye Barnhart leads things off. He's at shortstop. Eli Hampton's at second base, batting second. Batting third and catching is Abram DeCina. Connor Lancaster will be the starting pitcher for Centerville. He bats cleanup. Ewan Lechtenberg's at third base, batting 5th. Batting 6th, and in center field, Yeager White. Mac Murdoch's in right field, batting 7th. Batting 8th and in first base is Logan Caraccio. And batting 9th in the left field is Borden Hoosman. Again for Centerville, Barnhart at short, Hampton at second, DeCina is catching. Lancaster is the pitcher, Lechtenberg at third, White in center. Murdoch in right, Caraccio at first, and Hoosman is in left. Let's take a break as they introduce the starting lineups and have the national anthem. We'll be back for the first pitch between Davis County and Centerville coming up after this on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our C First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any C First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Carl Lancaster on the mound, throwing his warm-up pitches as we get set to get started anyway. Here from the campus of Indian Hills Community College. Davis County, season finale versus Centerville as they look to salvage at least one game in this seasonal matchup. So Lancaster on the mound. This is his 10th appearance of the season. His 5th start. He has a record of 4-3. ERA of 3.20. He struck out 41 batters while walking just 7 in 30 2/3 innings. Opponents are batting .336 against him. So that's what Davis County has to contend with. And looks like it's one final pitch, and Decino will send it to second. He has a cannon of an arm, by the way. So Davis County will have to take particular care if they decide to run on their big reds and the very formidable freshman catcher. So here's Peyton Schooley. Checks in with the .267 average. On-base percentage of .405, and the first pitch of the ball game is a strike on the outside corner. We are underway. First pitch thrown at 7:02. Lancaster delivers, and the 0-1 pitch is outside. Kind of stumbled off the mound. Looked like he was off balance on that delivery to count as 1-1. And he delivers a strike to make the count, one ball and 2 strikes. And a 1-2 pitch has popped up, and that gets out of play on the first base side. You might have heard the clang on the top of the hitting cage over on the first base side here in Centerville. Count remains 1-2. Just getting started from here in Centerville. The pitch. There's a fly ball out to right center field, and coming on is Murdoch to make the catch. And that's the first out of the ball game. So here's Josh Settles. Settles getting the start at first base today. Left-handed hitter versus the right-hander Connor Lancaster. Fastball upstairs, ball 1. Settles yesterday was 1 for 3 with a stolen base and a run scored in that 2-0 win over Knoxville. Inside, fastball, 2-0. That pitch inside. Oh. It's called a strike on the inside corner. Settles twisted away from it, but home plate umpire says strike 1, 2-1 to count. Looked like they hit almost the same spot, that one's called a ball, and it's 3-1. Settles looking to get on base here in the top of the first. The pitch. That's inside, ball 4. So 1-out walk to Settles. And that brings up Houston Schooley, who has moved up to the number 3 spot thanks to what he's been doing with his bat. Leading RBI man for Davis County at 15. Settles takes his lead from first, a short lead. Now he takes an extra step. And Schooley looks at a pitch up and away off the plate for ball 1. 90 degrees, the temperature here at the start of the game under clear sunny skies, so it's a hot one. Strike inside to Schooley to even the count at 1-1. Schooley's 2-run single last night was all Davis County needed in that 2-0 win over Knoxville. Throw to first and back safely is Settles. One pitch, grounded foul to the first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a 1-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and Schooley strikes out. So 2 outs. Runner at first. And here's Presley Cantrell. Has not played since June 9th with a bad hamstring, but he's healthy enough to be the DH. And Cantrell looks a pitch up and away for ball 1. So Cantrell has an average of 200, has 3 doubles. Despite all the time missed, he still is second on the team in doubles and has 7 runs driven in. Settles still at first with 2 outs here in the top of the first. The 1-0 to Cantrell. That's outside, 2-0. Lancaster delivers, and that's a pop-up on the infield. Calling for it is Eli Hampton at second base, and he puts it away to retire the side. No runs, no hit, a walk, and 1 man left. Nothing across for Davis County. Centerville coming up next on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Davis County got a base runner in the top of the first, but nothing across. Now it's Centerville's turn as the homestanding Big Reds look to snap a 4-game losing streak here tonight and also sweep Davis County in their season series. Centerville won a doubleheader back on May 30th. Looking to put a stop to that, Centerville's winning streak anyway, is Peyton Schooley, the freshman right-hander on the mound. He's been busy this season. This is his 9th appearance, 3rd start. He has a 2-0 record and 22 innings pitched. ERA of 3.82, 20 strikeouts, 8 walks. Opponents are batting .302 versus Schooley. So Rye Barnhart, freshman shortstop, will lead things off for Centerville, a .243 batter. 3 doubles, 3 runs batted in. And Schooley's first pitch is a strike. Curveball, missing inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Schooley winds and delivers. Fastball missing low and away, 2-1. And a 2-1 pitch. A bit outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Schooley's had pretty good control this season, but he's at risk of walking the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the first. The pitch has popped up into left field. Duke Scott camping under it, and he makes the catch. One out. Base is empty. Here is Eli Hampton. Hampton is a senior, batting .237 this season, but an on-base percentage of .438. And Hampton looks at a fastball at the belt for strike 1. Hampton has a pair of doubles, also a pair of runs driven in. The 0-1. Curveball, not much of a hump to it as it misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Usually takes Schooley a good inning or two before you can get a good feel on his curveball. 1-1 pitch, there's another curveball, but that bounces into the dirt to make the count 2-1. Centerville can draw into a fifth-place tie in the league by beating Davis County here tonight. Fastball missing low, 3-1. Second straight batter that Schooley has fallen behind 3-1. He was able to induce a fly out to left from the leadoff hitter Barnhart. Hampton with the count 3-1, pops it up into foul territory, and that gets out of play behind the plate. Full count to Hampton. Schooley striding back to the top of a tall mound. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball fouled back, right back towards us. So the count remains 3-2. And another payoff pitch is a swing and a miss on a fastball. Hampton strikes out, and there are 2 away. And that brings up undoubtedly the most dangerous hitter for Centerville, Abram DeSena. 333 batter. 5 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, and 13 runs batted in. He has an on-base percentage of .537, so he has a good eye at the plate as well. Ball 1. DeSena has walked 23 times this season. That's high. Ball 2. By far the most on Centerville's roster. Next closest is Jagger White at 17. There's a fly ball into center field, and Milder puts it away, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Peyton Schooley. We'll head to the second. Davis County and Centerville are scoreless on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our See First Rewards checking special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any See First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We're in the top of the second of a scoreless game. Davis County taking on Centerville from here on the campus of Indian Hills Community College. This is a very big ballpark, probably the biggest that Davis County's played in, probably because it's a college ballpark. It is 335 down the lines. Keep in mind it's 325 down the lines in Bloomfield. And that's a big park just by high school standards. And then 397 to dead center. And they have, and the batter's eye is a good 12-foot wall in dead center. So here's Max Taylor. First pitch fastball at the knees on the outside edge, strike 1. Lancaster allowed a walk and nothing else in the first inning. The 1-strike pitch, breaking ball missing inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball, low and away. 2 balls and a strike. Davis County looking for their first win against Centerville since June 19th of 2023. That's chop foul at the plate. That got a piece of Taylor. They evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lancaster has 1 strikeout thus far, has Max Taylor set up at 2-2. The pitch, that's high, and the count is full. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball missing, blown away, and it's a leadoff walk to Taylor. Taylor walks, and we'll see if a courtesy runner comes into the ball game for Davis County. And Hudson Humphrey comes in to run for Taylor. So after a leadoff walk, the batter is Dexter Scott. Scott had a hit in last night's win versus Knoxville. First pitch fastball at the belt on the inside corner, strike 1. Hudson Humphrey leading off from first. He is 2 for 2 in the stolen base category. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball catches the top of the zone to make it 0-2. So Scott hasn't taken the bat off his shoulder, and he is down 0-2. Next pitch by Lancaster. That's popped up. Back towards us and out of play. No score, top of the second. Humphrey takes his lead from first. Another 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to the right side, and Hampton at second. His only plays at first, and they get the out there. It was not hit well enough to try to turn 2. And since Humphrey runs well, he was able to make it to second base. So Scott's able to advance the runner to second on the ground out. An RBI chance for Quinn McCoy. Bad news for McCoy. His 4-game hitting streak came to an end last night versus Knoxville. However, he made a pair of sparkling defensive plays, strike 1 on the outside corner. He was able to catch a fly ball and throw out a runner trying to tag up from third at the plate. He also made a sliding catch for the last out of the game in that 2-0 win against Centerville. 0-1 pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCoy batting right-handed versus the right-hander Lancaster. And he tried to go the other way with that pitch and lifts it foul over the fence on the right field side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Humphrey taking his lead from second. We're in the top of the second, 1 out. Scoreless game. McCoy, dribbler over to the right side. Hampton, the second baseman, does not have a play. He eats it. Now they throw it back to third, and out at third. Humphrey took a big turn around third, and Hampton threw it behind him, and Lechtenberg, the third baseman, applied the tag for the second out.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the third baseman, Noah Sizemore.
So McCoy gets an infield hit. However, Hudson Humphrey gets thrown out. 3-5 on the putout. Haight making outs on the bases, and now it's up to Noah Sizemore to try to extend the inning as Lancaster throws to first to chase back McCoy. Sizemore looks at a strike. Not much wind to speak of here in Centerville. One of those quiet, still hot Iowa summer nights, as that was McCoy getting chased back to first on the pickoff attempt by Lancaster. One strike pitch, fastball missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Borden Hoosman's in left field for Centerville. Jager White is in center field. Mac Murdoch is the right fielder. And a 1-1 pitch. Off the plate outside, 2-1. Ewan Lechtenberg's at third. Rye Barnhart's at shortstop. Eli Hampton's at second. Logan Caraccio is at first. Abram DeCina's behind the plate. Awaiting the 2-1 pitch from Connor Lancaster. Breaking ball hit the other way. Foul. Just foul over the first base bag. That would have been trouble. McCoy with good speed at first. Had at least third base on his mind. Perhaps more. So now deuces are wild. 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. Top of the second. Lancaster's pitch, a fastball that's hit right back to Lancaster on the mound. He takes a couple steps to first, underhands it to the first baseman Caraccio, and that is that. No runs, a hit, and a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Davis County nothing, Centerville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
Get the small town charm with real-world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back to Centerville, a hot summer day here on the campus of Indian Hills Community College. We're in the bottom of the second. Davis County and Centerville are scoreless.
Leading off for the Big Reds, the pitcher, Connor Lancaster.
And Connor Lancaster, the cleanup hitter for the Big Reds, will look to help his own cause. Lancaster hitting .407 this season, 3 doubles, 14 runs driven in. Ball 1 to Lancaster. Now the 1-0. Fastball missing outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Schooley's fallen behind these first handful of Centerville batters. 2-0, took a little bit off, perhaps a changeup, and is 2-1. Schooley winds and delivers. Curveball. Hit the other way to right field. That is a fair ball. Landing inside the line. McCoy's right there to pick it up, so Lancaster will have to settle for a single. First hit for Centerville. First base runner for the Big Reds. And with 1 out, the batter is Ewan Lechtenberg. Lechtenberg batting .297 coming into tonight's game. On-base percentage of .395. Does not have an extra base hit as of yet, but has driven in 14. First pitch fastball, taken right down Broadway for strike 1. Lancaster with a short lead at first. Now he takes a couple extra steps. He goes. That pitch is taken for a ball. The throw to second is in time. Lancaster is nailed at second by Taylor, trying to steal. So Max Taylor gets himself another skin on the wall. By my count, that's his 4th. will be base stealer that he's cut down. 1-1 pitch is a curveball on the outside corner for strike 2. So the leadoff single is wiped off. 1 out with the bases empty here in the bottom of the second. And 1-2 to count to Lechtenberg. The pitch by Schooley. Curveball low. 2-2. Lechtenberg lifts that in the air. Shallow right center field. McCoy finds it and puts it away. Lechtenberg flies out to right. 2 outs, nobody on for Jagger White.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the center fielder, Jagger White.
Jagger's a left-handed batter. And he looks at a strike. Davis County's defense, Duke Sky's in left, Victor Milder, the 8th grader's in center field. Quinn McCoy's in right. He just made that last put out. Noah Sizemore is at third. Dexter Sky's at short. There's ball 1 outside. Houston Schooley is at second. Josh Settles is the first baseman. Max Taylor, who threw out a would-be base stealer earlier this inning, is behind the plate. And here comes a 1-1 pitch from Peyton Schooley. Grounded to the right side. Settles shovels it over to Peyton Schooley. And he taps the bag. And the side is retired. No runs, a hit, and that is it. We are through 2. No score between Davis County and Centerville on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Allison Engels, Senior Vice President at First Iowa State Bank of Bloomfield. Farmers and ranchers, when it comes to ag loans, you want to work with the bank and lender that speaks your language. Both myself and Joe Randolph are farmers as well, so we fully understand the agricultural economic business needs. We know the inputs and the outputs, the ups and the downs, the market, and every other obstacle that arises in farming. Come and see me, Allison Engel, or Joe Randolph with First Iowa State Bank of Bloomfield to discuss your ag lending needs.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our C First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any C First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Duke Scott will lead things off for Davis County here in the top of the third. No score between Davis County and Centerville. Regular season finale between these two squads. Centerville won the doubleheader back on May 30th. Centerville looking to snap a 4-game losing streak coming into tonight. Davis County snapped a 3-game losing streak with a win last night versus Knoxville. First pitch of Duke Scott is in the dirt, ball 1. Ran into Duke's grandfather before the start of today's game, and he was marveling about the throw that Duke Scott made from left field to cut down Briar Kingery of Knoxville trying to score on a single from second. There's a strike to Scott. A beautiful throw, a laser, a one-hopper to the catcher, Houston Schooley, who was just there to apply the tag. Foul tip at the plate, 1-2. So just like most Mustang fans, Duke's grandpa was pretty proud of what his grandson did last night in Bloomfield. Scott will look to get things started here in the top of the third of a scoreless game. The 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss on a changeup. Scott well ahead of that pitch, and he's the first out. Back to the top of the order, and Peyton Schooley. He flew out to right his first time up. First time through the order for Connor Lancaster of Centerville. A walk. Actually 2 walks, and also a base hit. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. One strike pitch, fastball taken outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases empty, 1 out, top of the third. No score. Changeup missing outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Lancaster working quickly. That changeup is bounced towards Hampton at second. He stays down on it and throws out Peyton Schooley for the second out. It'll be up to Josh Settles to try to start a 2-out rally here in the top of the third. He swings to the first pitch and hits it high in the air, out to left field, falling and not being able to make the catch is Borden Hoosman, and now it is Settles standing at second with a double. Hoosman lost his footing as he was trying to track that fly ball. And Settles ends up standing at second, and he's in scoring position with 2 outs for Davis County's leading RBI man, Houston Schooley.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the second baseman, Houston Schooley.
This is the spot where Schooley delivered a 2-run single last night against Knoxville. It was in the 3rd inning. Here we are in the top of the 3rd, a runner at second with 2 outs. That's wide of the plate to the outside, ball 1. Schooley batting left-handed versus the right-hander Lancaster. The 1-0. Off the plate outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Schooley had 2 different sets of batting gloves, one white, one pink. He started hitting better with the pink gloves, and he's stuck with that now, as he's worn the pink gloves for the last 2 weeks or so. He chases a pitch down low and golfs it down to second. Hampton can't handle it. The throw to first is just in time. And the inning is over. Mustang fans here disagree, but out is the call, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Davis County and Centerville are still scoreless on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein Soybeans and local Davis Seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We're at the bottom of the 3rd of a scoreless game. Centerville and Davis County tangling here on the campus of Indian Hills Community College. Peyton Schooley's faced the minimum through the first 2 innings. A leadoff hit in the 2nd inning was erased by a caught stealing. Mac Murdoch takes a curveball on the inside corner for strike 1. Murdoch is a freshman batting .105 this season. However, he has 6 runs batted in. 0-1 pitch, another curveball, another strike. Now the 0-2 pitch. Another curveball, but that was spiked to the plate. That makes the count 1-2. Schooley quickly nods. Now delivers. It's a fastball, high, just above the belt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, curveball, missing inside, and from 0-2 to 3-2. Schooley does not want to lose. The leadoff batter here to begin the bottom of the third of a scoreless game. The pitch, fastball, fouled back. Schooley delivers another payoff pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Got him swinging. Second out, or second strikeout for Schooley. Bases empty, one out, bottom of the third. Davis County and Centerville are scoreless, and the batter is Logan Caraccio. Right-handed hitting first baseman. Grounds the first pitch to Sizemore at third. He drops it, recovers, throw to first, is not in time. Actually, it gets past the first baseman, settles. Backing it up, however, is McCoy. And Caraccio is aboard on the error by Sizemore. That brings up Borden Hoosman. And it looks like we might have a pinch runner for Caraccio. So just hang on a second. As head coach Bill Hoosman is talking to the home plate umpire, and we will have a pinch runner. And that's Triton Thomas, who runs for Caraccio. You never know in a low-scoring game like this when you might need extra speed on the bases, so that's why Thomas is in the ball game. This figures to be a game in which runs will be at a premium, at least early on. First pitch fastball taken inside, ball one. Borden Hoosman squared to bunt his first time up. He's batting .087 this year, and he has a run batted in. The 1-0, squares the bunt, pushes it to the first base side, and Schooley flips it to first to record the out. Thomas now standing at second. Sacrifice goes 1-3. That's the second out of the inning, and with running in scoring position, a chance for Rye Barnhart to break the seal. Barnhart flew out to left his first time up. It was a long at bat. He swung at a 3-1 pitch and lifted a fly ball in the center. Beg your pardon, it was to left. Curveball, a bit outside, ball one. Schooley looking for one more out to keep this game scoreless here in the bottom of the third. The 1-0. There's a line drive out to left, and that is a fair ball. Right down the line. Scott has trouble with it, coming up with it, and coming in to score is Thomas. And it is 1-0 Centerville. RBI double for Barnhart.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the second baseman, Elijah Hampton.
So that error earlier in the inning comes back to bite the Mustangs, as Centerville has broken the seal. Eli Hampton looks at a fastball high and outside, ball one. Hampton struck out swinging his first time up. The 1-0 pitch, fastball missing low. 2 balls and no strikes. Centerville scored first in both games of the doubleheader versus Davis County and Swears. A high fly ball out the left. This could be trouble near the line, but it's caught by Scott, who's able to hustle near the line. The left fielder puts it away to end the inning. But an RBI double by Rye Barnhart has broken our scoreless tie. As we head to the fourth, it's now Centerville 1, Davis County nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
This is Chris Merle, owner of Hamilton Produce. We are proud to have served the community for over 90 years as your hometown locally owned farm and hardware store. We have everything from tractor parts, general hardware, calving equipment, dry shod boots, and Carhartt clothing. We are also your best source to get your smaller LP tanks filled. Stop in and see us just off the square in Bloomfield. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook and keep up to date with our store and specials.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the fourth rolls in. Davis County trailing Centerville 1-0. And striding to the plate is Davis County's cleanup hitter Presley Cantrell. First game since June 9th for Cantrell. He popped out to second his first time up. Cantrell will get something started here in the fourth. Lancaster's first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a strike. Lancaster likes to drop sidearm occasionally. He shakes his head a series of times, now settles on a pitch. Another breaking ball, foul tipped at the plate, strike two. That got a good piece of the Decina behind the plate. So Cantrell's down 0-2. First game back since injuring his hamstring against EBF on June 9th. Rumor has it was because he ran through a stop sign as he was rounding third. He ended up scoring on the play in that 17-2 win, but proved to be costly. That was off the end of the bat towards Hampton at second. He trails to his left, scoops it up, and throws out Cantrell for the out to open the fourth.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the catcher, Max Taylor.
Max Taylor walked his first time up. Bases empty, one out, top of the fourth. Centerville leading Davis County 1-0. Strike one. And the 0-1 pitch. Fastball up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Davis County unable to get to Centerville thus far. Pitching has been an issue for Centerville. They came into this game with a team ERA of 7.59, but Lancaster has been very good through the first 3 and the third innings. 2-1 to count to Taylor. And a pitch in the dirt, 3-1. Lancaster winds and delivers. That's outside, ball 4. Another walk to Taylor. Hudson Humphrey once again coming in to run for the catcher Taylor. Humphrey got thrown out at third when he took over for Taylor back in the second. The batter is Dexter Scott. He grounded out to second his first time up, and that's a ground ball caught. Or is that a line drive? Nope, it was a ground ball to Lechtenberg. At third, a diving stab by Lechtenberg, throwing out Humphrey at second. They can't double off Scott at first, but what a diving play by Lechtenberg. Thought that was a liner at first, but turned out to be a sharp one-hopper that Lechtenberg was able to snag. Nice play at third by Lechtenberg. Two outs, a runner at first, and now head coach Bill Hoosman wants to come on and talk. He thinks that maybe that was a line drive that was caught out of the air, so he wants both umpires to confer with each other. And they say it was a line drive. So they changed the call. A line drive double play ends the inning. We will head to the bottom of the fourth. Centerville leads Davis County 1-0 on the Ottumwa Raider Group Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our C First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any C First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
We're in the bottom of the fourth. Centerville batting, leading Davis County 1-0. Controversial end to the top of the fourth. There was a runner at first with 1 out, and Dexter Scott hit a bullet over the third. Originally, the call was that it was a trap by the third baseman Lechtenberg. He threw to second for the force out, and Scott was safe at first on the fielder's choice. However, they changed the call to a line out, saying that Lechtenberg caught it. But the argument from head coach Todd White is that, well, where is the force out? Because you would have had to have tagged the runner coming from first, and they did not. At first pitch is lifted into foul territory on the left field side, and it lands about 20 feet wide of the left field line. Scott gave chase to it, but it is strike one. Abram DeCina, he flew out to center his first time up. Here comes the 0-1 to DeCina. There's a solid line drive out to the left center field. Scott dives, makes the catch! Duke Scott with a diving catch in left center field on that sinking line drive, robbing DeCina of a hit.
Now batting the pitcher, Connor Lancaster.
Put a star next to that play by Duke Scott. Fantastic. One out, nobody on for Connor Lancaster. Strike one on the outside corner. Lancaster singled in the second inning, but then was gunned down trying to steal second by Davis County's catcher, Max Taylor. Curveball, strike two. Lancaster flinched, but couldn't pull the trigger, and he's down 2 strikes. Now the 0-2. Curveball, lifted in the air, shallow center field. Victor Milder coming in, and that ball falls past Schooley, who was coming out from second base. So that shallow fly ball found a gap between Milder and Schooley, the second baseman. Lancaster is now 2 for 2. And that brings up Ewan Lechtenberg. Made a terrific diving stop on that line drive slash sharp ground ball to end the top of the fourth. Centerville leads it 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. They have a runner at first with 1 out. Throw to first, and that chases Lancaster back to the bag. Centerville looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. They lost those 4 games to Clark, a doubleheader to Carlisle and Sheridan. by a combined score of 61-8. There's a pop-up behind the third base bag, and Sizemore, the third baseman, puts it away for the second out.
Stepping to the plate for the Big Reds, the center fielder.
That brings up Jager White. White grounded out his first time up. Lancaster with a good lead at first, and he gets chased back on the throw by Schooley to first. Another throw to first, and this time Lancaster dives back to the bag safely. Still waiting on the first pitch to White. Schooley comes set. Here it comes. Fastball fouled back. An RBI double by Rye Barnhart. Back in the third inning has been our only tally thus far. Schooley looking to keep Centerville to that lone run. The 1-0, fastball at the hollow of the knees over the heart of the plate for strike two. Lancaster does not go. Fastball high, 1-2. Schooley nods and comes set. Now the pitch. Runner goes. The pitch is high for ball two, I should say. And the throw to second, that was wide of the bag. Scott tried to grab it and then make a swipe tag, but he lost the baseball in the process. So stolen base for Lancaster. Count now 2-2 on Jagger White. White, a left-hander, versus the right-hander Schooley. The pitch. Fastball hits White on the arm.
Now batting for the Big Reds, their right fielder, Mac Murdoch.
That brings up Mac Murdoch, and head coach Todd White calls time as he quickly trots in from the first base dugout. This is the first year Centerville has switched dugouts. They normally occupy the first base side, but for some reason, this time they're in the third base dugout. Might have something to do with the sun, if I'm to be honest with you. The sun is shining directly into that first base dugout while the third base dugout's in the shade. So they figured they'd take advantage of their home field and make Davis County sit in the first base dugout on this hot summer day. Most of the stands, however, are in shade now, as things have gotten much more comfortable for the fans that have made the trip from Bloomfield. Conference is over between Todd White and his pitcher Peyton Schooley, not to mention the rest of the Davis County infield. Centerville has runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. They have a 1-0 lead over Davis County, and the batter is Mac Murdoch, who struck out swinging his first time up. First pitch curveball outside. The 1-0, curveball swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big spot here for Schooley, looking to keep Centerville off the board here in the fourth. Runner goes from second. The pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to third, not in time. Lancaster did that on his own as White at first did not budge. The count is 1-2 to Murdoch. However, now a wild pitch or a pass ball can give Centerville another run. Runner goes from first, and Taylor just throws the ball back to his pitcher, Schooley. So White takes second. 2-2 to count now to Murdoch, who can put up a crooked number for Centerville here in the 4th inning. Curveball, got him looking. Murdoch caught with his back bending, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit batter, and 2 men left on. We'll head to the 5th inning. Davis County needs some runs. They trail Centerville 1-0 on the Ottumwa Raider Group Sports Network.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
It remains 1-0 Centerville. A run in the 3rd inning has been our only tally. RBI double by Rye Barnhart. Bottom 3rd for Davis County will look to get a rally started here in the top of the 5th, starting with Quinn McCoy. McCoy reached on an infield single. However, Hudson Humphrey, who was at second base, took third, but took too wide of a turn around third base and ended up getting thrown out at third by the first baseman, Logan Caraccio. First pitch fastball, missing outside from Connor Lancaster. McCoy grounds that foul at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCoy, 1 of 2 hits for Davis County in this ball game thus far. That's high, 2-1. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Davis County. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for Centerville. Foul tipped into the glove of DeSena, and the count now is 2-2. Lancaster has struck out a pair of batters so far through 4 innings. He steps off for a moment, collects himself now, takes a deep breath, winds, and comes home with the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball outside, and the count is full. McCoy has pretty good speed, so it'll be advantageous if he can reach. But we will see. Payoff pitch. Check swing. And they said he went around. They went to the field umpire, and he rung up McCoy. Can't tell from behind the plate if he went around. Didn't think he did, but McCoy immediately slumped his shoulders. He didn't think he went around, but field umpire Jeff Moore rings him up. McCoy strikes out, and Sizemore looks at a pitch sail to the backstop for ball 1. Sizemore grounded back to the pitcher his first time up back in the 2nd. We're in the top of the 5th. Centerville leading Davis County 1-0. Fastball well outside. Actually, I was in the left-hander's box to make it 2-0. Bill Hoosman calling timeout as Centerville's head coach makes the walk from the third base dugout. And it looks like we may have ourselves a new pitcher coming into the ball game on this hot summer day. And looks like that is exactly what will happen. So we will step away for Centerville as they bring in a new pitcher. We'll tell you all about him after this on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Get the small town charm with real world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree. And our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Looking to buy or sell real estate? Lincoln Lynch at Lynch Realty in Bloomfield is the guy to call. Lynch Realty is a family-owned business, and it's their policy to serve the community. Whether you are looking to buy or sell real estate or farmland, give Lincoln a call. And don't forget, he also owns Lynch Boys Auction Service, and they can help you with all your auction needs as well. For current listings or for more information, visit lynchrealtyinc.com. That's lynchrealtyinc.com.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our See First Rewards checking special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any See First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
The new pitcher is Abra DeSena, who comes in from catcher to now be the pitcher for Centerville. New catcher is Jagger White. And as soon as the Big Reds take their defensive positions, we can fill you in on the rest of their defensive alignment. This is DeSena's 10th appearance on the mound. He has started 7 times. He has a record of 2-3, ERA of 2.81, 32 and a third innings pitched, 34 strikeouts with 19 walks. And opponents are batting 165 versus DeSena. Connor Lancaster, who was the pitcher, is at third base. The count is 2-0 to Noah Sizemore as we get started once again. The bases are empty with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Centerville leading Davis County 1-0 as Centerville looks to sweep the season series against the Mustangs. 2-0 pitch, fastball whizzing past the knees of Sizemore inside, 3-0. So if DeSena loses Sizemore, the walk gets charged to Lancaster, which he did. So that walk gets charged to Lancaster. And so does that runner as well. So Lancaster is responsible for that runner. 1 out, a runner at first. Duke Sky's the batter. I would not be surprised if we saw a bunt in this situation. He does square the bunt, and he bunts it to the third base side. Coming in is Lancaster. Throw to first is in time to retire Scott. Sizemore takes second base. There are 2 outs and a chance for Peyton Schooley to tie this game with a hit. Sacrifice goes 5-3.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the pitcher, Peyton Schooley.
Peyton Schooley, 0 for 2 so far tonight. A fly out and a ground out. That was versus Connor Lancaster. This is the first time he's facing the freshman Abram DeSena. Fastball strike. Sizemore looking to take a big secondary lead at second as he represents the tying run. The 0-1. Fastball. Ooh, a late call by the home plate umpire, but strike 2. DeSena, nothing but fastball so far. Next pitch. There's the curveball, missing down low. Payne Schooley in a hole 1-2. The pitch. Schooley looks that pitch up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tension's always high in a 1-run game. This is no different here in the 5th inning. Runner at second, 2 outs. The 2-2. Strike 3 called, and it was dropped by White, but he tags Schooley before he takes off, and the inning is over. So Davis County unable to score, and they leave a man on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Centerville still leads it 1-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustang!
Are you wanting a fence built but not sure who to call? Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield has lots of experience and can provide references from many happy customers. He can do everything from barbed wire, woven, continuous, and custom welding. Call Skylar at Hopkins Fencing in Bloomfield for a free estimate. You can find his number on Facebook or call 641-208-6310. That's 641-208-6310. Check out the Hopkins Fencing Facebook page for lots of pictures of the quality fencing jobs that he has done. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Peyton Schooley is on the wrong end of what's been a pitching duel so far here in Centerville. Davis County trails 1-0 to the Big Reds. 8-9-1 due up for Centerville, starting with Logan Caraccio. Difference in this game, Caraccio reached on an error by Noah Sizemore at third. And Caraccio later came in to score on an RBI double by Rye Barnhart. That has been our only run. That was back in the 3rd inning. Caraccio takes a strike on the outside corner. Other than that, Schooley has been fantastic, allowing just the 1 run on 3 hits. A swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Schooley has not walked a batter, and he struck out 3. Now the 0-2 pitch. That's high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sun quickly setting. Now the plate is in shadow with Schooley on the mound standing in sunlight. Curveball, hit up the middle, past the bag, and into center field for a base hit. Caraccio reached out and poked that one in the center.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the left fielder, Borden Huseman.
That brings up Borden Huseman. Definitely a bunting spot for Huseman. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, and takes it high for ball one. Sizemore at third, playing way in on the grass. Settles holding the runner at first. Fastball, and that bunt is popped up, and Schooley tags the man out headed to first, and that ball goes into center, gets past Milder. Now the throw coming into third, and Caraccio is in there. A lot happened on that play. First off, the sacrifice was successful. One unassisted as Schooley tagged out Huseman. Caraccio took second and then went to third on the throwing error by Peyton Schooley as that throw went into center field. So now a runner at third with one out. Davis County forced to bring their infield in for Rye Barnhart, who's driven in the only run in this game, with a double back into third. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. Caraccio leads off from third. And a 1-0 pitch. That's lifted in the air out to center. This might be deep enough. Milder coming in, makes the catch. Caraccio tags from third, and that ball deflects off the catcher's chest, but Caraccio stopped. Good backup by Schooley as well. Milder with a strong throw from center. Caraccio decided not to chance it. Stays put at third. That is a big second out. And now it's up to Eli Hampton as Davis County can drop their infield back to regular depth. Schooley's first pitch is a fastball that clipped the inside arm, the front arm of Hampton. So the second hit batter for Schooley in this ball game, and that's something you did not want to do. As that brings up the ultra-dangerous Abram DeSena. Certainly a spot where you want to be careful. DeSena batting left-handed versus the righty Schooley. Fastball, letter high, ball one. Centerville looking to snap a 4-game losing streak, leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the fifth. That's popped up foul to the third base side, and that gets out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Centerville has runners at first and third with 2 outs. 1-1 to count to DeSena. Throw to first and back is Hampton. And a 1-1 pitch. Fastball up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Schooley looking to keep this a 1-run game. Runner goes. It was a bluff as that pitch was high for ball 3. Hampton just looking to maybe disrupt that infield defense for Davis County just a bit, maybe even distract Schooley at the mound. The 3-1 coming to DeSena. Fastball ripped foul to the left field side. DeSena a bit tardy on that fastball, but he hit that with a ton of authority. Full count at 3-2, so Hampton will get a running start from first base on this pitch. Settles now playing behind the runner at first. Here comes the payoff pitch. Hampton takes off, and that's fouled away. That hit the light pole and comes back into the field of play. Head coach Bill Huseman in the third base coach's box did the old duck and cover as that ball deflected back into the third base side of the field. Home plate umpire wants to look at the ball that rung off the light pole. Looks like it's okay as he puts it back in his sack. Another payoff pitch coming to DeSena. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Here it comes as Hampton takes off. Curveball missing wide, ball 4, and that loads the bases. Bases full of big reds. The batter is Connor Lancaster, and here comes head coach Todd White, who calls time. By my count, Schooley has thrown 73 pitches with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. It's been a hot day, however. What will head coach Todd White do here? Doesn't look like he's making a move to take out Schooley. However, Lancaster in this ball game is 2 for 2, a pair of singles. Todd White still talking with his infield. And pretty much the mantra will be, well, any base. If you get the ball, go to the closest available base and get the force out with the bases loaded. So here we go. Possible chance for Davis County to grab a bit of a momentum as we head into the late stages of this ball game. Here we go. First pitch by Schooley. That's upstairs and away, ball 1. Righty versus righty matchup. The 1-0. Fastball, foul tipped at the plate. Caraccios the runner at third. Hampton the runner at second. DeSena leads off from first. 1-1 pitch is a fastball, popped up to the right field side, and that gets out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Centerville leading Davis County 1-0. 1-2 to count to Lancaster. The wind, the pitch. A late swing, and that's popped up behind the plate, and that gets into the stands behind us. A gentleman is getting a bit of razzing from the fans around him for not making a play on that foul ball. He didn't move a muscle, so I kind of understand the fans' ire there. The 1-2 pitch, up and away. That curveball missed. 2-2. You want to make it happen here. You don't want to run the count full and have the runners moving with a possible ball in play. Here's the pitch. A fastball that's grounded to the left side. Scott gloves it, throws all the way to first, and it gets past Settles at first base. Caraccio scores. Hampton scores, and it is 3-0 Centerville. I was wondering if Scott could have gone to second. Instead, he elects to go to first, and the throw was short for Settles, who could not handle the short hop at first. And Centerville now has some breathing room. Here comes head coach Todd White back out to the mound, and that will do it for Peyton Schooley. A tough way for him to exit this ball game as he pitched well, but defense could not get that final out here in the bottom of the 5th. We will take a break and tell you about the new Mustang pitcher after this. Centerville now leads it 3-0 here in the bottom of the 5th on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our See First Rewards checking special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any See First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
New pitcher in the game is Dexter Scott. He comes in relief of Peyton Schooley. You got a feel for the freshman. Pitched his heart out. Only allowed an unearned run through the first 4 innings, but could not get out of the bases loaded situation here in the 5th, as an error has allowed 2 Centerville runs to score. Now they have a 3-0 lead on Davis County. Centerville still has runners at second and third with 2 outs after we resume play. So far, Peyton Schooley, 4 2/3 innings, allowing 3 runs, none of them earned on 4 hits. He walked the batter while striking out 3. And head coach Bill Hoosman wants a courtesy runner for the catcher, or the pitcher, I should say, for DeSena. And the courtesy runner is Deegan Coatney. So he takes over at third base running. Davis County with their infield at regular depth. The batter is Ewan Lechtenberg. Here in the bottom of the 5th, Centerville with 2 runs in, leading now 3-0. Runners at second and third. The first pitch by Dexter Scott is swung on and missed. Lechtenberg, a fly out and a pop out in his 2 previous at-bats. The 0-1. Fastball missing off the plate outside. Lights now on here at Pat Doherty Field. And a 1-1 pitch, a fastball missing outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Scott winds and deals. There's a line drive caught on the hop by Peyton Schooley at short. Long throw to first, and Settles can't handle it. It was a low throw. Scoring on the play is the courtesy runner for DeSena, Coatney. And it's now 4-0 Centerville.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the catcher, Jagger White.
So another error on short. This time it's Peyton Schooley who commits the error. 2 errors on short in the inning, 1 by Dexter Scott, 1 by Peyton Schooley. Jagger White's the batter. He grounded out. He's also hit by a pitch. Runners at first and third now. Still 2 outs here in what's been a nightmare 5th inning for Davis County. Fastball, line drive, base hit, right field. Lancaster scores. Making the turn and heading to third is Lechtenberg, and he's in there. It is now 5-0 Centerville. So an RBI single for Jagger White. And the 9th man to bat in this inning is Mac Murdoch. He struck out twice in his previous 2 at-bats. So the book is closed on Peyton Schooley. He gets charged with another run. That one also unearned. There's a line drive up the middle. Base hit. Centerville starting to swing the bats now. Coming in to score is Lechtenberg to make it 6-0. So Mac Murdoch gets in on the hit parade. And now Logan Caraccio, who led off the inning with a base hit, will bat for the 2nd time this inning. Fastball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Quinn McCoy, the right fielder, calls for it, reaches up and makes the catch to end the inning. But damage has been done as Centerville pushes across 5 runs on 3 hits. 2 big errors in the inning, make that 3 big errors in the inning, and 2 men left on. We'll head to the 6th inning. Centerville has expanded their lead. They now lead it 6-0 over Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Is your back telling you it's time for a new mattress? Darren at Dixon's Mattress Outlet is the man to see. Dixon's Mattress Outlet sells new mattresses of all sizes. They also have a great selection of area rugs, sheets, and pillows. Needing a mattress for the camper or a rollaway bed? Darren has those too. Call Darren today and get the best rest for less. Call Dixon's Mattress Outlet today at 641-664-3060. And don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Six 0. Centerville now leads it after the Big Reds put up a 5 spot in the bottom of the 5th. Mustangs have not been able to muster much offense here in this ball game. Just 2 hits. 2-3-1 due up for the Mustangs, starting with Josh Settles. A walk and a double. Objective here with now the game in its late stages here in the 6th inning. Move the line. Get on base any way you can. Settle swings at the first pitch and lifts it foul to the third base side out of play. The 1-strike pitch is cut on and missed. DeSena now winds and delivers. Check swing, and that pitch is up and away for ball 1. Houston Schooley waits on deck for Davis County. The 1-2 pitch, that's inside. Left-handed hitting Settles had the jackknife out of the way of that one. And a count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch to Settles, outside. So from 0-2 to 3-2, Settles has fought his way back into the count. Down by 6, Davis County needs base runners. Here comes the payoff pitch from DeSena. That's popped up. Left side of the infield, and it is Lancaster, the third baseman, near the third base bag, who makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the second baseman, Houston Schooley.
Houston Schooley is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. And Schooley looks at the first pitch outside for ball 1. And a 1-0 pitch. Another pitch a little bit outside to the left-handed hitting Schooley, 2-0. Schooley, when he gets to count 2-0, loves to take a rip at the 2-0 pitch. Usually it's a good one. And he looks at a strike at the belt. Now the 2-1 pitch. Chased a fastball high and missed it. And the count now is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Now the pitch by DeSena. In the dirt. 3-2. So just like Settles before him, Schooley has the count full. Presley Cantrell on deck, hoping that Schooley can reach base here in the top of the 6th. That's outside, ball 4. So Schooley indeed draws a walk. And that brings up Presley Cantrell. A pop out and a ground out in Cantrell's first game in 18 days. Cantrell smacks that to left, but it's foul. That was a good rip by Cantrell, just a bit too quick as he pulled that foul to the left field side. Cantrell has demonstrated power in his career. Had 2 homers as a sophomore 2 years ago. The 0-1, a foul at the plate. Now the count is 0-2 on Cantrell. Schooley with a short lead at first. Davis County trailing Centerville 6-0 here in the top of the 6th. The runner at first with 1 out. Cantrell calls time at the plate. Bit of gamesmanship by DeSena. Waiting and waiting. Playing a game of baseball chicken. Now the 0-2 coming to Cantrell. A bit low and maybe even a bit outside. 1-2. Heck of a take by Cantrell. That was a very close pitch. Almost hit the low outside corner. DeSena's next offering. Curveball fouled off at the plate. Cantrell was just able to get a piece. Another 1-2 coming from DeSena. Low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Cantrell yanked that first pitch foul, the fastball, DeSena stayed away from the fastball to Cantrell. See if he goes back to it here. It is a fastball, and that's ripped into left field for a base hit. So Cantrell gets his first hit since coming back from injury. Davis County has runners at first and second with 1 out, and I believe we'll have a pinch runner come in for Cantrell, who does have a bad wheel with that injured hamstring. Although if you would ask his mother, he would say that he just needs to suck it up. Although she used other colorful language that I can't use on the air as well. Hudson Humphrey comes in to run for Cantrell. The batter is Max Taylor. He's drawn a pair of walks in his 2 plate appearances thus far.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the catcher, Max Taylor.
Houston Schooley is the runner at second. Humphrey takes his lead from first. Davis County looking to mount a comeback down 6-0 with 1 out here in the top of the 6th. First pitch to Taylor. Curveball, strike 1. The 0-1. Fastball low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mustangs snapped a 3-game losing streak last night in their win versus Knoxville, looking to win 2 in a row, but they'll have to rally to do it. The 1-1. Curveball, strike 2. Now 1-2 to count. DeSena comes set. And the pitch to Taylor. Curveball swung on and missed. Taylor strikes out for the second out.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the shortstop, Dexter Scott.
That brings up Dexter Scott, who had trouble getting that donut off his bat. Took him a good 4 or 5 tries to finally get it off his bat. Dexter with a ground out and what they say was a line drive double play, though I have my doubts. Foul ball at the plate, strike one. Davis County down to their final 4 outs here this evening. Trailing 6-0. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the 6th. Curveball missing low. DeSena was able to tie Taylor in proverbial knots with that curveball. He sticks with it, but he misses there to Scott. The 1-1. Fastball, strike 2. So many breaking balls, and then you see that fastball that has decent velocity to begin with. Becomes even faster after seeing all those breaking balls. Now the 1-2 to Scott. Curveball, got him looking. DeSena strikes out the final 2 in the inning, and the Mustangs are denied in the top of the 6th. They leave 2. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. It is Centerville 6, Davis County nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. One minute they are small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our See First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any See First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Six 0 Centerville here in the bottom of the 6th. Borden Huseman will start things off. Borden has a pair of sacrifice bunts so far in this ball game. He swings at the first pitch fastball and comes up empty. You need every person in your lineup to contribute at some point. Huseman's contributed with a pair of sacrifice bunts as he looks at ball 1 outside. Huseman, the grandson of head coach Bill Huseman. Curveball clips the outside corner. Nice pitch from Scott. And the count is 1-2. Dexter Scott looking for his first strikeout of the game. Pitches a fastball that's cut on and missed, and Huseman goes down swinging.
Now batting for the Big Red, the shortstop, Rye Barnhart.
That brings up Rye Barnhart, who broke the seal back in the bottom of the 3rd with an RBI double. That's so far all that Centerville has needed. They lead it 6-0. Strike 1. A run in the 3rd and then 5 runs in the 5th has given Centerville this 6-run cushion. The 0-1. Curveball almost hit Reinhardt. One ball and 1 strike. Next pitch by Schooley. Curveball missing outside. Beg your pardon, that's Scott at the mound. Schooley was the starter. He went 4 2/3. allowing 4 runs. None of them earned on 4 hits. He walked the batter while striking out 3. The 2-1 from Scott. Missing outside, 3 balls and a strike. It's interesting hearing the parents call the kids by whatever nicknames they may have. That's low for ball 4. And it's a 1-out walk to Barnhart. In Dexter Scott's case, they call him Weasel, or Wheeze for short. I've noticed that over the course of this year.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the second baseman, Elijah Hampton.
Why he's called Weasel? No idea. We'll have to ask one of his family members. Eli Hampton, 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch in the 5th and later scored in that 5-run 5th inning for Centerville. Strike 1 from Dexter Scott. Centerville can climb into a 5th-place tie with Davis County if they can beat the Mustangs here tonight. Leading 6-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Throw the first and back to the bag is Barnhart. South Central Conference standings, Sheridan still leads at 14-2. Knoxville took a big blow from Davis County as their loss knocked them to 10-4 in the standings after last night. So they're 2 games back in the loss column of Sheridan. Cardinal has slid a little bit. They're down to 11-7 in the South Central Conference. Keep in mind, Davis County will play Cardinal if they can beat EBF in the opening round of the postseason on July 5th. Runner goes, pitch is wide for a ball. Throw to second, not in time. The tag was high. So Barnhart still second. The count is 1-1. And now Hampton has a chance to add to the Centerville lead here in the 6th. The pitch by Scott, high. Albia stands in 4th place in the South Central Conference at 9-6. Then Davis County is smack in the middle at 7-10. That's popped up. Coming back towards us, towards the screen, and that hits the screen behind the plate. And the foul ball makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scott struck out a batter to start off the 6th, and he allowed a walk. Barnhart now standing at second after stealing second. Curveball, got him looking. Big 12-6 curveball freezes Hampton, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the pitcher, Abram DeSena.
So Abram DeSena, who Davis County relatively has been able to hold him in check. 0 for 2. He walked, and his courtesy runner later scored back in that 5th inning. DeSena takes a pitch low for ball 1. DeSena flew out to left back in the 4th inning on a beautiful diving catch by Duke Scott out and left. 1-0 fastball is ripped out to right field, and that is over the head of McCoy and up against the wall. Coming around to score is Barnhart. It's an RBI double for DeSena, and Centerville now leads it 7-0. An absolute rocket off the back of DeSena. McCoy had no chance to catch that.
For the Big Reds, the 3rd baseman, Connor Lancaster.
That brings up Connor Lancaster. A pair of hits. He also reached on there and scored a run. High and inside on the first pitch by Scott, ball 1. 7-0 Centerville, bottom of the 6th. A runner at second with 2 outs. The 1-0 pitch, a curveball, a beauty. Hitting the outside half at the knees for strike 1. Now the 1-1 pitch, another curveball off the plate outside. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch, fastball up and in. 3-1. Scott looking for one final out to end the Centerville 6th inning. Fastball ripped out to right field, and that falls in front of the diving McCoy. DeSena comes in to score on the RBI single by Connor Lancaster. It is now 8-0 Centerville.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the center fielder, Ewan Lechtenberg.
The batter is Ewan Lechtenberg. Fastball wide of the plate, ball 1. Now the 1-0. Took a little bit off that fastball and clips the outside corner to make the count 1-1 strike. Settles holding the runner at first. That's Lancaster, who's already stolen the base tonight. He was also caught stealing by Max Taylor back in the 2nd inning. That pitch misses, up, I guess. 2-1 strike to Lechtenberg. Lechtenberg, a fly out, a pop out. He reached on an error and later scored in that big 5th inning for Centerville, in which they scored 5 runs. There's a pop-up, short right field near the line, and that falls for a base hit. Making the turn and heading to third is Lancaster, and the inning will continue. A blue single down the right field line by Lechtenberg.
Now batting for the Big Reds, the catcher, Jagger.
So Jagger White is now up, an RBI single for White, and now the run that could end the game is standing at first. Centerville leads at 8-0 with runners at first and third. Scott pitching from the stretch. Quick slide step, and that's a line drive that is scooped up by Schooley at short. He steps on the bag at second, and that retires the side. But Centerville adds 2 more runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 men left on. Last chance coming up for Davis County. They trail Centerville 8-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern. You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 7th. What was a close 1-0 game for a majority of this ball game has turned into a Centerville rout, leading Davis County by a score of 8-0. Last at bat for Davis County here in the 7th, starting with Quinn McCoy, who has one of just 3 Mustang hits in this ball game. He had a single back in the 3rd inning. Abram DeSena back on top of the mound, looking to finish things off. And Centerville is 3 outs away from putting an end to a 4-game losing streak. Baseball is a crazy sport. Centerville came into this game with a team ERA of 7.59. Yet they have shut out the Mustangs through the first 6 innings. Hayden Bankston swings at the first pitch, grounds it up the middle, and the shortstop Barnhart scoops it up and throws out Bankston to open the 7th. So Bankston was bidding for a hit. Got robbed on a nice play by Barnhart at short. That brings up Noah Sizemore. He grounded back to the pitcher, also walked. Fastball outside, ball 1. Davis County, if this result holds, will drop to 10-14 on the season, 7-11 in the South Central Conference. Pop up, first base side near the first base dugout, and Jacker White saw that fall at his feet as he was trying to negotiate that tight space between the first base dugout and himself. One ball, one strike to Sizemore. Sizemore checks his swing, appeal to first, and they say he went around. The appeals in this ballgame have not gone the Mustangs' way for sure. That pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. Sizemore looking to keep this game alive. Low and away, and the count is full. Base is empty, 1 out. Top of the 7th, Centerville 8, Davis County 0 is our score. The center delivers. Fastball inside, missing, and it's a walk to Sizemore, his 2nd of the ball game.
Now batting for the Mustangs, the left fielder, Duke Scott.
That brings up Duke Scott. A strikeout and a sacrifice in his 2 plate appearances thus far. He swings through a first pitch fastball. The 0-1. Fastball missing low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Peyton Schooley waits on deck. Scott squares the bunt, misses. That's strike 2. The throw goes into right field, and Sizemore gets up and makes second base. So White, the catcher, tried to throw Sizemore out at second. And that throwing error, Centerville's first of the ball game. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Scott. Looking to get Davis County on the board here in the top of the 7th. That's high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now the 2-2 coming from DeSena. Missing outside, and the count now is full at 3-2. Don't want to go down quietly, just put up a fight here in the 7th inning. Outside, ball 4. A pair of walks administered by DeSena. So Scott gets the free pass. And now Peyton Schooley is the batter.
For the Mustangs, the pitcher, Peyton Schooley.
Schooley so far is 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And a fastball delivered for a strike on the inside half to Peyton Schooley. Sizemore's the runner at second. Duke Scott is the runner at first. 1 out, top of the 7th. Davis County trailing 8-0. A high chopper to short. Barnhart throws a second, and that's all they'll get. So Schooley is safe on the fielder's choice. Duke Scott is out at second base. And Davis County is down to their final out of the evening.
Now batting for the Mustangs, their first baseman, Josh Settles.
So it'll be up to Josh Settles to see if Davis County can get on the board here in the 7th as he represents the Mustangs' final chance. The center steps off. The center's fastball is fouled off by Settles. Settles with a wide stance from the left-handed side. The center peers over his left shoulder, now comes set. The 0-1. Fastball off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. A swing and a miss at a fastball. Maybe perhaps below the knees. Davis County down to their final strike. And the pitch. That's a bouncer that got a good piece of white, and scoring on the play is Sizemore. Going all the way to third is is Peyton Schooley, and Jagger White took that pitch. Looked like that got him above the padding around his collarbone throat area as he started limping away from the plate as that ball was still live. So the Mustangs score their first run on a wild pitch. Head coach Bill Hoosman brought out a bottle of water for White. Rest of the infield talking to DeSena, tapping him on the shoulder, rubbing him on the shoulder. And it looks like White's okay. He gets a nice round of applause. Meanwhile, Davis County still down to their final strike. The count now is 2-2 on Josh Settles at the plate, with Peyton Schooley standing at third. DeSena's pitch, fastball, that is crushed out to right center field. Going back, that's in the gap. A double for Settles, bringing in Peyton Schooley. Settles going for 3. The throw, he is out. Settles is thrown out, trying to extend a double into a triple as this ball game has come to an end. That's a crazy way to end this ball game. So Davis County falls by a final score of 8-2. And Centerville has secured the series sweep over Davis County, winning all 3 matchups this season. We will take a break and come back to wrap things up from here in Centerville as Centerville defeats Davis County 8-2 here tonight. We'll be back on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Get back to your life sooner with orthopedic care at Davis County Hospital and Clinics. Whether it's a shoulder or knee problem or a broken bone, Davis County Hospital and Clinics is here for you. Our specialists and team members will treat you with care from your first visit to surgery through rehab and therapy. Comprehensive orthopedic care isn't a long drive away. It's right here at Davis County Hospital and Clinics, building better, healthier lives.
Hi, this is Abby at Hoskin Elevator. The Barnhart family and our employees would like to thank our customers and invite you to stop in or give us a call anytime with your farming or livestock needs. We carry a full line of ADM feed and mineral and offer commodity mixes and custom rations. Along with an ADM nutritionist, let us help you with all of your livestock goals. Hoskin Elevator is proud to work with Stein soybeans and local Davis seed to help you with your planting and cover crop needs. We offer on-farm pickup of your corn or soybeans and rock delivery. Once again, from Hoskin Elevator, thank you and go Mustangs.
Go Mustang!
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
High-speed internet is here, powered by a 100% fiber optic network. Citizens Mutual provides reliable, fiber-to-the-home, high-speed internet to rural Iowa.
My children and my grandchildren, when they come here, they didn't like to come visit very much because they couldn't get on their devices. Well, now they love it because they can have chats with their friends. People don't realize how isolated sometimes people are out in the rural areas. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Visit findmyfiber.mycmtech.com.
At Community First Credit Union, 6 is a magic number. Why? Our C First Rewards Checking Special offers a 6% annual percentage yield for the first 6 months on balances up to $15,000, or 6% cash back on up to $300 in debit card purchases. And it's easy to meet the monthly qualifications. Get details on this limited time offer. Apply online at c1stcu.com or stop by any C First location. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Go Mustangs!
Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs! Go Mustangs!
The Davis County Mustangs would like to thank the community for their continued support.
Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go if you're a farmer. They provide the technology and services to make your farming business profitable. They have liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed, and also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See for yourself why so many farmers in the area trust Corby and the team at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Get the small town charm with real world experience at William Penn University. Located in beautiful Oskaloosa, Iowa, William Penn is the perfect place to pursue your higher education. We offer a diverse selection of majors, including a 4-year nursing degree, and our state-of-the-art facilities offer the latest technology. With small class sizes and affordable tuition, William Penn is a great place to call home. Invest in your future at William Penn. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
You're watching the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
have happened to our camera, so unfortunately you can't get one final shot of the field, but there is your final score. Centerville beats the Mustangs by a final score of 8-2, and it was 1-0 for quite a while in this ball game as the pitchers duel between Carl Lancaster of Centerville and Peyton Schooley of Davis County broke out. Finally, Centerville was able to break through in the third inning after Logan Caraccio reached on an error. He later came around to score after getting sacrificed a second. He scored on a double by Rye Barnhart, and it was 1-0. It stayed 1-0 until we reached the bottom of the fifth, and that's where Centerville was able to blow this game wide open with 5 runs, courtesy of 3 Mustang errors in the inning. There were a pair of RBI singles by Yeager White and Mac Murdoch as well, but really the 2 errors with the bases loaded really short-circuited Davis County's chances in that 5th inning. So all those runs were unearned, by the way, which made it even doubly hard to swallow. So with Centerville leading 7-0, well, actually Centerville led it 6-0. They added 2 more runs in the bottom of the 6th, an RBI double by Abram DeSena and also an RBI single by Connor Lancaster, and he's one of our players of note in the game. I didn't add that RBI that Lancaster had, but he had a big game. 3 for 4, an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base for Lancaster. Davis County was finally able to get on the board, trailing 8-0 in the 7th inning. An RBI, actually, Sizemore scored after reaching on a walk. He later scored on a wild pitch, and then Josh Settles hit an RBI double into the right center field gap. He tried to stretch that into a triple. He got thrown out at third for the final out of the ball game. So that is the way this game came to an end. So, final numbers of this ball game: Centerville 8 runs on 9 hits, 1 error, 7 men left on base. Davis County 2 runs on 4 hits, 4 errors, and 6 men left on. Winning pitcher of the game, Connor Lancaster, who's now 5-3. Losing pitcher is Peyton Schooley. He drops to 2-1. Time of the game, 1 hour, 58 minutes. So that will do it for another week of Mustang baseball. Unfortunately, it ended with a Mustang loss here tonight. But we will be with you, hopefully with a camera, back in Bloomfield, as Davis County will play a doubleheader to start the week off against Sheridan, the top dogs of the South Central Conference. And we look forward to having you join us then. In the meantime, have a great weekend. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast here tonight. It was a pleasure having you with us. For Annie Argo, our on-site producer, as well as Kyle Smith back at our studios in Ottumwa, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long. Once again, our final score from here in Centerville. Centerville beats Davis County 8-2 here tonight. This has been Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.